Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. If you want to rebuild yourself in 2025, the first thing you need to do is stop playing the victim card. Stop blaming your circumstances, your past, or anyone else. It's all on you. If you've had setbacks, fine, own them. If you've made mistakes, good, learn from them. Your life, your success, your future, they're not dependent on the world around you. They are dependent on you. This is your life, and it's time to take full responsibility for every single thing in it. If you want to rebuild yourself, you need to understand that your past doesn't define you. You do. Everything you've done up to this point is irrelevant if you're ready to commit to massive change, but that starts with accountability. No more excuses, no more blaming anyone else. It's your life, and you're the one responsible for how it turns out. Now, don't sit there thinking that you can rebuild yourself by making little adjustments here and there. You need to commit to massive action. If you want extraordinary results, you have to take extraordinary steps. You have to go all in. This isn't a time for half-hearted effort or wishful thinking. You want to change your life? Then you better be ready to step up and make things happen, and make them happen fast. This means taking daily action toward your goals, big, bold, courageous actions that move you forward, even when you're scared, even when you don't have all the answers. You don't need the perfect plan. You need the guts to take action, to move, to act, and to adapt as you go. Sitting around and waiting for things to fall into place? Forget it. You want results? Go get them. But here's the deal: when you take massive action, you have to have high standards. You can't just get by with good enough. You need to set unbreakable standards for yourself. Average doesn't cut it. Mediocrity is the enemy. If you're not holding yourself accountable to the highest expectations possible, you're wasting your time. You're better than that. You deserve more. If you're not pushing yourself to be the best you can be every single day, what are you even doing? If you want to rebuild yourself, you have to elevate your standards, refuse to settle for anything less than excellence, and keep demanding more from yourself. Make it non-negotiable. This is your life we're talking about. Don't you dare live it like it's just another day. And when you decide to raise your standards, you better be ready to build a steel-willed mindset. Life's going to throw punches, and you're going to face challenges, guaranteed. You will fail, you will fall, and things won't always go your way. But guess what? None of that matters unless you're willing to stand up and keep moving forward. Mental toughness is not optional if you want to rebuild yourself. You have to have the resilience to keep going when the road gets tough, when everyone else gives up, when the odds are stacked against you. It's the ones who keep fighting, who keep pushing, who never stop. That's who wins. You can't afford to be weak-minded. Get tough, get disciplined. Develop a mindset that doesn't back down no matter what. Finally, let me tell you this: your environment is everything. You cannot rebuild yourself in isolation. You need to surround yourself with people who push you, who challenge you, who won't let you settle for mediocrity. If you're hanging around people who are okay with being average, guess what? You'll be average too. You need to be around people who demand greatness from themselves and from you. Find mentors who've walked the path you want to walk. Find peers who are as driven and hungry as you are. If your circle isn't elevating you, it's dragging you down. Get rid of the dead weight and surround yourself with winners. Your environment shapes your future. Choose it wisely. 2025 is your year to rebuild yourself, but only if you're ready to take full responsibility for your life. Only if you're willing to commit to massive action, set unbreakable standards, develop mental toughness, and surround yourself with the right people. This is about making a decision. The decision to rise above your circumstances. The decision to stop making excuses. The decision to change your life once and for all. So let's get to work. You've got everything you need to succeed. Stop waiting for the right time. The right time is now. Take control. Rebuild yourself. The life you want, it's waiting for you to make it happen. You want to rebuild your life? Then listen to me closely. Everything that's happened to you, every success, every failure, every setback, every triumph, it all comes down to one thing: you. If you're not willing to take full responsibility for your life, you'll never have control over it. I don't care where you come from. I don't care how tough your circumstances have been. I don't care how many people have let you down. It doesn't matter. What matters is this: where are you now, and what are you going to do about it? The first step to changing your life is realizing that you're the one who's in charge. No one else. Not your boss, not your family, not society, not the economy, not the government. You control your future. You control the decisions you make. You control the actions you take. You control the direction your life moves in. It's time to stop playing the victim. It's time to stop making excuses for why you haven't achieved what you want to achieve. I know it's easier to blame someone else, to blame your circumstances, to blame the people who did you wrong. But the truth is, when you blame others, you give them control over your life. You're handing your power away to things you can't control. When you say it's their fault, or if only this hadn't happened, you're giving away your ability to take action. You're letting the past dictate your future, and that's no way to live. Taking responsibility means owning every part of your life, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It means acknowledging that you are where you are today because of the choices you made, the habits you built, the actions you took or didn't take. You can't change the past, but you can change everything from this point forward. You get to decide what you do next. You get to decide how hard you work, how much you invest in yourself, how much you push yourself beyond your limits. You have the power to choose the story you tell yourself every single day. Will you continue to let the past hold you back? Or will you take control and start writing your own future? Taking full responsibility is about being honest with yourself. Stop pretending that things are going to magically improve on their own. You're not going to get what you want by sitting around waiting for someone to save you. You're not going to get what you want by hoping for a better day. Change happens when you make the decision to take action. And that action starts with you right now. No more waiting, no more procrastination, no more excuses. The moment you decide to take full responsibility for your life is the moment you start to take control of your destiny. You don't need anyone's permission to start making changes. You don't need to wait for the perfect time, because that time doesn't exist. There's no magic moment where everything aligns and suddenly things get easier. It's all on you. Every decision, every move you make, take ownership of it. When you embrace this power, when you take full responsibility, something incredible happens. You stop feeling like life is happening to you. You stop feeling like you're at the mercy of forces beyond your control. You realize you have the ability to shape your reality. Yes, it's going to be hard. Yes, it's going to take time. Yes, you're going to face setbacks. But that's part of the journey. Embrace it. Own it. When you take responsibility for your life, you're no longer afraid of the challenges. You welcome them. You use them to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. You use every obstacle as fuel to propel yourself forward. You don't wait for circumstances to change, you change the way you respond to them. And when you do that, you begin to control your own fate. So I challenge you, stop blaming others. Stop blaming your circumstances and stop blaming the past. Take full responsibility for your life. It's yours and no one else's. The power is in your hands. The future is yours to create. Get up, take action, and start rebuilding your life today. Don't let anyone or anything stand in your way. The moment you take full responsibility is the moment you begin to unlock your true potential. Now, what are you going to do about it? If you want to change your life, if you want to build something that lasts, if you want to achieve greatness, then there's one thing you must understand. It's all about taking massive action. Too many people sit around waiting for the perfect moment, for the right circumstances, for things to fall into place. Let me tell you something, there's no such thing as a perfect moment. There's only the moment you have right now, and it's up to you to make it count. You can't afford to wait. You have to move, and you have to move now. Massive action means doing more than what's comfortable. It means pushing beyond what you think you're capable of and doing whatever it takes to reach your goals. It's about breaking through the barriers, confronting the fear, and taking bold steps even when you don't know exactly how things will turn out. There's no guarantee of success, but there's a guarantee of regret if you don't take that first step. So don't hesitate. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for someone to tell you it's time. It's time right now. Every moment you spend waiting is a moment wasted. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple, it's action. People who achieve greatness don't sit on their hands waiting for the right opportunity, they create the opportunity. They don't let fear or doubt hold them back. They act, and they act relentlessly. They understand that success isn't something that just happens, it's something you build with hard work, persistence, and the willingness to take massive action day in and day out. And massive action isn't just about doing more. It's about doing what needs to be done, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing what others won't do. It's about going the extra mile when everyone else is going home. It's about showing up when the odds are stacked against you. You can't expect different results if you keep doing the same things. If you want to rebuild your life, if you want to change your circumstances, you have to do what others are unwilling to do. And that's the only way to separate yourself from the crowd. But here's the thing, taking massive action isn't always going to feel good. It's not going to be easy. And it's certainly not going to be comfortable. You're going to face setbacks. You're going to face challenges. You're going to fall. And in those moments, it's easy to get discouraged. It's easy to want to quit. But the people who rise to the top, the people who create massive success, are the ones who keep going when the going gets tough. They push through the discomfort. They embrace the challenge. They know that nothing worth having comes easy, and they're willing to pay the price to get it. If you want to create the life you've always dreamed of, it's not going to happen by just thinking about it. It's not going to happen by hoping and wishing for it. It's going to happen by committing to massive action. It's going to happen by doing what others aren't willing to do, by showing up when it's hard, by taking action every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about making your move and doing whatever it takes to push yourself forward. So stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop waiting for things to get easier. Take massive action now, and don't stop until you've built the life you want. The time for hesitation is over. The time for action is now. When you set unbreakable standards for yourself, you are setting the rules of your own life. You're deciding right now that you won't settle for mediocrity. You are drawing the line in the sand, and you are saying, I refuse to accept anything less than my absolute best. Most people live their lives with a set of standards that are flexible, negotiable, and easy to compromise. They let life dictate their pace, their actions, their results. But that's not you. Not anymore. If you're serious about changing your life, about reaching the heights you were meant to reach, you need to set standards that don't bend, that don't break under pressure. Unbreakable standards are what separate the winners from the losers, the successful from the unsuccessful. They are the foundation upon which greatness is built. Let me ask you, what are you willing to accept from yourself? Are you willing to tolerate laziness, excuses, or procrastination? Or are you willing to hold yourself to a higher standard, one that demands excellence from you every single day? You see, when you set unbreakable standards, you're creating a deal with yourself that you will not compromise on. It's easy to say, I'll do my best, but when your standards are negotiable, that best becomes flexible. And soon, your best is no better than average. Average doesn't win. Average doesn't change the world, and I know you're not here to be average. You need to establish standards that demand your absolute best in everything you do, your work, your relationships, your health, your mindset, your commitment to growth. These standards must be unwavering, unrelenting, and unyielding. Don't be afraid to set the bar high. Don't be afraid to push yourself, to stretch your limits, to expect more from yourself than anyone else could ever expect from you. The people who rise to the top, the ones who achieve greatness, are the ones who make no room for excuses. They refuse to let themselves off the hook when things get tough. They know that greatness demands sacrifice, and they are willing to give it. They hold themselves to standards that most people would consider impossible, but guess what? That's what makes them exceptional. Setting unbreakable standards isn't just about doing your best when it's convenient. It's about doing your best every single day. It's about showing up even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like it, even when the odds are stacked against you. Unbreakable standards require consistency. They require discipline. And they require the ability to say, I'm going to give everything I have. No matter what the situation is, it's easy to be passionate when things are going well. But can you hold yourself to those same standards when the world is falling apart? When you face setbacks? When the people around you are questioning your ability? Can you look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm not backing down, I'm not quitting. I won't let anything stop me from reaching my potential. Unbreakable standards also require you to hold yourself accountable. Don't wait for someone else to remind you of your goals or your obligations. Don't wait for a coach, a mentor, or a friend to tell you to get back on track. You are the one who must enforce your standards. If you're not holding yourself accountable, no one else will. And without accountability, your standards mean nothing. You have to be willing to call yourself out when you fall short, to recognize when you've missed the mark, and to course correct. Holding yourself accountable means accepting full responsibility for your success and for your failures. But it also means knowing that you're in control and you have the power to change the course of your life by simply deciding to live up to the standards you've set. Understand this, your standards will shape your future. If you want extraordinary results, you can't afford to live by mediocre standards. You have to be willing to demand more from yourself than anyone else would. You have to push yourself beyond what's comfortable, beyond what feels safe. Because real growth, real success comes from the discomfort of constantly pushing the boundaries of your potential. Setting unbreakable standards is the first step toward becoming the person you were meant to be. It's about saying, I won't accept anything less than my best, and then backing it up with every ounce of effort and discipline you've got. And here's the truth, when you start living by these unbreakable standards, you will inspire those around you. People will see your commitment, your consistency, and your relentless pursuit of excellence. They will take notice. They will want to be part of your world. And before you know it, you'll have created a new reality, a life that reflects the high standards you set. This is how you transform your life. It starts with demanding more from yourself than you ever thought possible. It starts with setting unbreakable standards. And when you do that, the sky's the limit. To develop a steel-willed mindset, you need to understand one crucial thing: success is not a matter of luck or natural talent. It's about the determination to keep going, no matter what. Life is not going to hand you what you want on a silver platter. It's not going to go easy on you, and neither should you. Too many people expect smooth sailing, but when the storms hit, they fold, they quit, they give up. But those who succeed, those who break through and rise above the rest, are the ones who develop a mindset that's as tough as steel. When things get hard, they don't run, they stand taller. They dig deeper, they find the strength to keep moving, even when every part of them wants to stop. A steel-willed mindset is about mental toughness. It's about the ability to take hits, to get knocked down, and still have the strength to get back up. It's easy to be motivated when everything is going well, when success comes quickly and effortlessly, but real growth happens in the trenches. Real character is built when you're facing adversity, when nothing seems to be working, when you feel like throwing in the towel. But here's the secret, that's when the steel in you is forged. It's not the victories that define you, it's the battles you win when the odds are stacked against you. If you're going to build this kind of mindset, you must first decide that you will not be defeated. You will face challenges, you will experience setbacks, and you will encounter obstacles, but you will not be broken by them. You will learn from them, grow from them, and use them as fuel to push even harder. A steel-willed mindset isn't built overnight. It's built in the small, everyday moments when you choose to show up, to push through, to keep going despite the discomfort. You see, most people give up because they're soft. They give up because they lack the mental fortitude to see things through when it gets tough. But if you want to rise above the average, you need to be willing to do what others won't. When others are complaining, you're working. When others are quitting, you're doubling down. The steel-willed individual doesn't wait for the right conditions to act. They create the conditions for success by refusing to accept failure as an option. They understand that no matter how hard it gets, quitting is simply not an option. It's about building the discipline to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation fades. Inspiration wanes. But discipline is the one thing that will keep you moving forward when everything else is telling you to stop. A steel-willed mindset is built on the foundation of discipline, the discipline to get up every day, to face the challenges, to continue putting in the work, even when the results aren't immediate, even when it feels like nothing is changing. You must be willing to do what is required without hesitation, without doubt. That is what separates the winners from the quitters. Winners are not the ones who have the most talent or luck, they're the ones who refuse to give up when everything seems to be going wrong. The next piece of developing a steel-willed mindset is about embracing the discomfort. Let me tell you something, you will never grow if you're comfortable. The moment you become comfortable is the moment you stop progressing. Comfort is the enemy of success. Growth happens in the discomfort, in the struggle, in the pain. Every time you feel that resistance, every time you feel yourself being stretched, you should embrace it. That's when you're growing. That's when you're building your strength. A steel-willed mindset thrives in discomfort. It's not afraid of hard work, long hours, or difficult situations. It thrives in them. And you must be relentless. You must become obsessed with your goals, not in a way that compromises your values or well-being, but in a way that makes success the only option. You must be relentless in your pursuit of excellence, in your commitment to improving yourself. Every day is another opportunity to sharpen your mind, your body, your character. Every day is a chance to strengthen that mental toughness and resilience that will carry you through the toughest times. You must be willing to do what it takes and never allow yourself to settle for less than your best. A steel-willed mindset is not about being perfect. It's not about being invincible. It's about being relentless. It's about showing up, doing the work, staying strong in the face of adversity, and refusing to let anything stop you from achieving your goals. Life will test you, push you, and try to break you, but you have the power to develop a mindset that cannot be shaken. That's the kind of strength that leads to success, the kind of strength that changes lives, the kind of strength that changes lives, the kind of strength that forges the future you want. So don't let anything or anyone stand in your way. Develop the steel in your mind and become unstoppable. The strength of your mindset is what will determine how far you go. It's not about being perfect or having all the answers, but about your refusal to give up, to stop fighting, and to let obstacles define you. The steel-willed mindset isn't built on ease, it's forged in the fire of adversity. It's about showing up no matter what and pushing through when others would quit. When life hits you, hit back harder. Keep grinding, keep working, keep building, and never settle. The future belongs to those who can't be broken, to those who have the will to keep moving forward no matter the challenge. So embrace the struggle, develop the steel within you, and become the unstoppable force that creates the success you're destined for. The world is waiting for you to show up with the mindset that can't be defeated. Make it happen.